guys, it's Marin again. Welcome to Sunday Tips. So today I'm going to read you Pinocchio from a series of Lady Bird. This book is an awesome book. I really like this book very much. This Ladybird retelling by Linda M. Jennings and illustrated by Peter Stevenson, based on the story by Carlo Collodi. Once there was an old woodcarver called Geppetto who longed to have a child of his own. So he decided to make a puppet that would be just like a real boy. "I shall call him Pinocchio," said Geppetto as he began to carve the wood. A moment later, he had a surprise. As soon as Geppetto carved Pinocchio's mouth, the cheeky little puppet stuck his tongue and laughed at him. So this is a picture of Geppetto making the Pinocchio, the boy puppet, and this is the head of it. Okay, now we can move on to the next page. Geppetto's surprises were not over. As he put the finishing touches to Pinocchio, the puppet kicked the old man on the nose and ran right out of the door. "Come back!" cried Geppetto, but Pinocchio ran on and down the street right into the arms of a policeman. Passers-by stopped and gathered around. "Let him go," they pleaded. "That old man's bully. He'll put the puppet to pieces if he gets him back." So the policeman let Pinocchio go and arrested Geppetto instead. So this is a picture of Pinocchio hitting Geppetto's nose and running away, and the policeman has caught him and Geppetto is pleading to him. So let's move on to the next page. As soon as the old man had been taken away, Pinocchio returned home. Now he could do just as he liked. As he lay down on the bed to rest, he heard a tiny voice nearby. "I'm the talking cricket," it said. "Be careful. Boys who don't listen to their fathers are always sorry later." But Pinocchio ignored the cricket. So this is a picture. Pinocchio sitting on the bed, and here's the talking cricket. Okay. After a while Pinocchio began to feel hungry, so he looked around for something to eat. At last, he found an egg. When he took it to the fire and tried to cook it, a little chicken popped out and flew away. "I'll just stay here by the fire and keep warm," thought Pinocchio. Very soon, the lazy puppet was fast asleep. So this is the picture of the egg. The chicken pop out of the egg, and Pinocchio sat on the chair and fall asleep. Okay. When Geppetto came home, he discovered that the fire had burned off the puppet's feet. "Poor Pinocchio," said Geppetto, sadly giving him some pears to eat. "I'll make you some new feet, and I'll get you some clothes so that you can go to school like a real boy." So this is a picture of Pinocchio loses his feet, and Geppetto is so sad and giving him pears to eat. And this is Pinocchio wearing uniform for school. Geppetto was so poor that he had to sell his coat to buy Pinocchio a spelling book for school. "Now off you go," he said, handing Pinocchio the book. On his way to school, the naughty little puppet heard some music playing. "That sounds exciting," he thought. "I'll go and see where it's coming from." It won't matter if I'm late for school. So this is a picture, and Pinocchio has a book with him, and he's listening to a music. The music was coming from a traveling puppet show. The puppets invited Pinocchio to join them. "You'll soon be rich and famous," they said. The puppet master was angry at first, for the new puppet had almost stopped the show, but he soon forgave Pinocchio and let him dance and sing with all the other puppets. Next morning, the puppet master was much more friendly. He sent Pinocchio home with 5 gold coins to give to Geppetto. So this is a picture, and this is the puppet master with all the puppets, and Pinocchio is dancing with a puppet. As Pinocchio set off for home, he met a cat and a fox. The cat was pretending to be blind. The fox was pretending to be lame. Really, though, they were thieves. The 2 wicked animals tried to steal Pinocchio's money, but he managed to run away. The thieves were so angry that they caught him and left him dangling from a tall oak tree. So this is a picture of 2 thieves. This is pretending as blind, and the fox is pretending as lame, and Pinocchio's running away, and they're following Pinocchio. Okay. Luckily, a beautiful blue fairy who lived nearby rescued Pinocchio and took him to her home. The fairy knew that the puppet master had given Pinocchio some money, but when she asked Pinocchio about it, he said he had lost the coins. As soon as he told this lie, Pinocchio's nose began to grow longer and longer. The fairy laughed. "That's what happens when you tell lies," she said. Pinocchio was so sorry he had been naughty again. "I wish I were a real boy," he told the fairy. "Can you help me to become one?" "Yes," said the blue fairy with a smile, "but only if you are good and kind and brave." Then she told him how to get home to Geppetto. So this is a picture of the beautiful blue fairy, and Pinocchio's nose is growing longer and longer and longer. Okay. Pinocchio hadn't got very far when he met the cat and fox again. This time, they did steal his money. Pinocchio asked a policeman for help, but before he could explain what had happened, he found himself thrown into a prison. To make matters worse, he heard that Geppetto was missing. The old man had gone to sea to look for Pinocchio, and his ship had been wrecked in a storm. So this is a picture that this is the fox and the cat, Pinocchio, and they both are stealing his money, and Pinocchio is put in a prison. When Pinocchio was let out of the prison, he really meant to go to school and be good, but he met some bad boys who pursued him to run away. Though he had fun at first, Pinocchio was soon in trouble again. In a place called Toyland, he and the bad boys were all turned into donkeys. Pinocchio was put to work in a circus. One day, Pinocchio, he hurt his leg and couldn't work anymore. So he was thrown into the sea. As soon as he hit the water, Pinocchio turned into a puppet again. Then he drifted to the bottom. He was swallowed by an enormous fish. So this is a picture of a circus going on, and this is a master here. And Pinocchio turned into a donkey and he's running away. And this is the last page. Pinocchio was amazed to find Geppetto inside the fish's belly, alive and well. This time, Pinocchio wasn't naughty or lazy. Bravely, he led the kind old man to safety. The blue fairy had been watching. You deserve to have your wish, Pinocchio, she said. And to everyone's delight, she turned him into a real live boy at last. So this is a picture. This is the fish swallowed Geppetto and Pinocchio. And this is Pinocchio turning into a real live boy. The end. So guys, hope you enjoyed the story. Don't forget to subscribe, give my video a thumbs up and share. So see you later guys. Bye.